10 surprising facts about Afghanistan. Well, Afghanistan is back in the news again, and that's good and bad at the same time, but I thought, what about looking at some of the surprising facts that nobody really knows about Afghanistan? So here are my top 10 favorite facts about Afghanistan that you probably don't know. Honestly, I don't think most people know much about Afghanistan. Like, what we hear in the news is always about war and terrorism, but there's so much more to this country that was once considered to be the crossroad of Asia. It was the major power along the Silk Road. Now, this landlocked country has been nicknamed the Heart of Asia, and Kabul was once known as Paris of Central Asia. Its people want to live in peace and go about life like people in any other nation. The Afghans are very focused on the families, and like most of us, they have ordinary jobs. They love good food and are very fond of poetry. Since the fall of Kabul, which has been surprisingly peaceful actually, on August 15, 2021, it has a new flag and a new name. It is now known as the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan, and it already seems that many countries are going to recognize it officially. They also have a new flag, so let's start with the 10 surprising facts about Afghanistan with its flag. Number 10. Afghanistan has had 25 flags since the very first official flag in 1709. Most of them have had the colors black, red and green. And the Afghan king Amanullah Khan was visiting Europe in 1928 with his wife. On this trip, he got inspired by the horizontal tricolor design of the German flag. The black color represents the troubled 19th century history, the red color represents the blood of those who fought for independence, and the green color represents hope and prosperity for the future. The Afghan emblem, which is in the middle, is of a mosque with two small Afghan flags and wheat, as well as the Hijri year 1298, which is for the year they gained independence. 1298 is according to the lunar Islamic calendar, and that is the same as AD 1919. The new flag being used by the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan since August 15, 2021 is the Shahada on a white background. Shahada is an Islamic oath, one of the 5 pillars of Islam and part of the Adhan. Number 9. With almost 33 million inhabitants, Afghanistan is the 43rd most populous country in the world. The largest ethnic group are Pashtun at 42% and the Tajiks with 27%. Number 8. We are now coming to the national sport of Afghanistan. It's called Bushkashi. I hope I pronounced that right. It means goat pulling. Huh? Okay, let's see a bit more about this. It's a Central Asian sport with horse-mounted players attempting to place a goat carcass in a goal. It came to Afghanistan with the nomadic Asian tribes from Mongolia and China as it spread westwards from the 10th to the 15th century. I think this is one very strange national sport, but it could be really interesting to see it, so let's hope that in the future we can travel to Afghanistan again. Number 7. The Afghan New Year is traditionally celebrated on the 21st of March. It is called Nowruz and is a pre-Islamic festival. Nowruz is also the Persian New Year. The festival of Gul-i-Surk is the principal festival for Nowruz and is celebrated with a center in Mazar-i-Sharif during the first 40 days of the new year, when red tulips grow in the hills surrounding the city. Amu Nowruz or Baba Nowruz is a legendary character who appears at the beginning of spring to mark the start of the Nowruz. He's very similar to Santa Claus, and he also travels the world and he gives gifts to children. Typically, people clean their houses before Nowruz and they buy new clothes and flowers. Just like Christmas, they will visit the homes of family and friends for tea, pastries, cookies, dry fruits and snacks. Number 6. Every Thursday is poetry night in the western city of Herat. People of all ages meet to share modern and Asian poetry while having sweet tea and snacks. Number 5. Kabul, with roughly 4 million inhabitants, is the capital and largest city in Afghanistan. It is one of the highest capitals in the world, as it is located in the Hindu Kush mountains at a height of 1,790 meters. Kabul is said to be more than 3,500 years old and was a strategic location along the Silk Road, being more or less halfway between Istanbul and Hanoi. It became the capital in 1776. Number 4. 2 of the largest Buddha statues used to be in Bamyan province, but they were destroyed by the Taliban in 2001. They were carved into the side of a cliff more than 1,400 years ago in Bamyan province, which is just 140 kilometers north of Kabul. Actually, this was a major learning center for Buddhism in those times. The small statue was just 38 meters tall and the larger one was 55 meters tall. And they were actually painted in vibrant colors, and this was also the first place in the world to use oil paint for these Buddhist paintings that you could find in the caves there. Hopefully they will be restored again. I know they are working on it. Well, in the meantime, a Chinese couple has donated $120,000 to create a 3D hologram of the statues in the original place. Number 3. All the great empires wanted Afghanistan. Genghis Khan and his Mongol army invaded Afghanistan in 1219, and one of his grandsons was actually killed in Afghanistan. Alexander the Great and his Macedonian army arrived already in 330 BC. Tamerlane also invaded Afghanistan around 1370. Then in modern history, it's been part of the great game between Russia and England, who both wanted to control the area. The Soviets, the Americans and the Allies have all invaded the country. Number 2. The Blue Mosque, called Hazrat Ali Mazar, is located Mazar-i-Sharif. Sunni Muslims believe that it contains the tomb of Ali ibn Abi Talib, which is the son-in-law and the cousin of the Prophet Muhammad. The Blue Mosque is home to thousands of white doves, and it's the center of the yearly Nowruz celebration. Remember I talked about that a bit earlier? Mazar-i-Sharif means the noble shrine. The first shrine was built in 1136 but was destroyed by Genghis Khan and then rebuilt 2 centuries later. Number 1. Afghanistan is home to the famous Hindu Kush, which is an 800-kilometer long mountain range with a stunning landscape. The Hindu Kush translates to the killer of Hindus. Well, it might have been given that name due to the many Hindus who died here crossing it. It can get extremely cold and winter temperatures can reach minus 26 Celsius. We have far from covered all the many great facts about Afghanistan, but at least I gave you an insight into some facts that I think you didn't know before, because I didn't know all of these before. So guys, please do leave me a comment below, tell me some of the facts that you know about Afghanistan, and I will maybe make a part 2 in this series. Until then, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and of course the bell button so you'll be notified when we have new videos for you.